Hello? 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 I've come to talk about my trip. How's it going? What are you yelling at me, phone?
Rap, tap, tap.
Hello? That whole quest was genuinely something. Ah, I did so much. Hello, good day. How's it going? I was looking at my pictures because I have a lot of them. Trying to see which ones I could show and can't. It felt like I was out there forever. I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to be home. As much fun as it was to hang out and see everybody, I much rather the weather here. It is so hot out there. My IRLs live like in a fucking desert. Literally. Let me see. I get rid of that one. Okay, this one I have to fix. Save. Yeah, I was like 100 to 108 or something the whole time I was there after Offkai. Offkai wasn't too bad. I mean, it was hot. Like 80s and 90s. Some people said they thought it was cold. I think they're insane. They're like, oh, I didn't realize it was gonna be so cool. Like, cool where? Like, are you lizard people? Do you live in the Sahara or something? Insane work. I need to sort these. Yeah. They were actually saying that they thought it was colder than they expected. Okay. So we got a few there. I don't understand that because even at Offkai, it never got below like 70. So I don't understand what they're saying. They need like more iron or whatever. Their blood is not okay. I think I have a picture of this before my badge. Yeah, I thought I was gonna die. It was still fun, and it off guy was okay. It was fairly comfortable. Um, the first day I had on, or I guess the day before, I had on like an overshirt, and it wasn't too bad. It was warm, but we had like a little breeze. Let's see. Um, I don't have a place. I need like another scene. Okay, let's see. SD Scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers. Do I even say? I'm just gonna have to go here and then add it. Oh, they changed it. That's cool. I want a a window and this one. Yeah. This doesn't have to be that big. Doesn't matter. This was fit check day 1. Or day 0. That's when I got my badge, which was a whole thing. I ended up there like I think 30 minutes or an hour or something before they were officially like starting. So I walked because I was actually gonna go get food. That was my whole goal. I was starving because it was like just after lunch, and I was like, the thing is supposed to start at like 2 or 3, I think. So I was like, I'll just walk over there, which was kind of a mistake. The shoes that I had, I don't wear them like super often, but they're nicer than my other ones. My other ones are just they're like work shoes, so they have holes and they're all messed up. I was like, I don't want to take these. I know that's gonna end up bad. Anyway, I got a blister on my foot from walking over there, which wasn't even the bad part. The bad part was the Airbnb I was staying at was really cute. She was really nice, but it was in the ghetto. It was. I was like, damn, this is like the place people go to get robbed. Which is fine for me, because I was like, I guess I'll probably be fine, because I don't look like I have any money anyway. Um, but and yeah, I've always screw up around stuff like that anyway, so I was like, I don't really care. But there's no sidewalk for like a good quarter mile on part of this, which probably wouldn't be too bad. But there's also a bunch of businesses right there, and they have cars and shit parked like right on, almost like onto the road. So like, there's barely any room for both of them and the regular cars to go by on like that same lane. None at all. Not even there wasn't even a hint of a sidewalk. Okay. So I was like, all right, I could deal. But then I was walking and like people drive crazy over there, because you're still in the ghetto. There's like the fancy, nice apartments, and then like the exact spot that the sidewalk ends is the ghetto. So like they would just fly past there and they didn't give a shit. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking get run over. That was my biggest concern. It's like I'm gonna have to walk around these cars like right next to the side of the road and somebody's gonna fucking smash into me. Yeah, pretty much. So I went past and then from there on it was mostly fine. Um you can still tell that was like the lower side of town. Um there's a bunch of little shops and some people making what looked to be like some amazing Mexican food. I was kind of sad I didn't get to stop. Um, but there was like sketchy ass like taco places and place that sold burgers, and they looked really good. You know, it was like peak poor people stuff that they probably spent their whole life on. So if I ever go back over there and it's still in the San Jose area, maybe I'll go stop and see if those are good. I swear to God, though, I might just take the extra time and stuff and just drive, because then I wouldn't have to worry about getting driven or have to walk. 'Cause after that, I decided I'll just have them drive me around. I'll get an Uber or whatever, which I already didn't like them, but now I have a larger disappreciation of Uber. Because taxis, back in the day, you know, my old ass, when I was in North Carolina, which was like 2014, we used to take the cabs places, and it was ridiculously cheap. You could go all over fucking town for like $15. You know, maybe 20 if you had like a bunch of stops. But with the Uber, no matter where you went, no matter how fucking close or far it was, $10 was the minimum you're paying, plus, you know, whatever else. And then if you have a tip for the driver, because that's basically all the money they get is your tips. And the whole system just sucks. It's very clear that the drivers are getting screwed. The people getting picked up are screwed. The only one making out is fucking Uber. So I hate them. And I spent like, I think $200 was just me driving around. And most of that was just back and forth from the center to the house. I think I took one trip to some of the friends, that's a little later. And then I went to Walmart twice. I added money to my account so that I could still do things, because I had mostly cash. And I was like, I should put like a bunch of this in the card. It's a little safer, and then I could still do things. But it's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. Anyway, so after that, this is back at the Airbnb. I just thought the little tree was cute. It's got like crystals and stuff, and like little whatever those creatures are. Those were a thing a while back, weren't they? I don't know. Lame. But the tree was cute. And then she gave us water, and I think there were oranges. I think that's what that is. It's like a little plate of oranges. But the Airbnb wasn't too bad. It was like, I know that's literally what it is, but it felt like just visiting somebody's house. Like, it wasn't super clean and like hotel room, their white glove inspection. Yeah, I didn't ever pay attention to them. This even, yeah. But the place, I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it. Like I said, it's like you went to your friend's house to hang out. You know, it wasn't perfect. It's kind of average, but she was really nice, and you know, nobody bothered me. It was easy to stay at. That was the little room. You can see that the mirror is not super clean. Those are my shoes that fucked me up. Little beds. It looked like this place used to be almost like a motel, kind of like the way the rooms were set up, and they were already numbered. So my theory is this used to be like a bigger establishment, and then, or maybe not bigger, but like a more consistent. And something happened to whoever else used to help take care of it, and now she does. Anyway, but this was Fit Check day 1 when I actually went. I think this is when I went and found Puddle too. because I think it was the first day. There was this giant fucking line that was like 400 people long, which I didn't take any pictures of that because I didn't take a lot of pictures of in the convention because I was doing stuff and hanging out with people a lot more than I really cared to deal with that, you know? I was like, it's whatever. I was having a good time. Where did I put these? I have other. I think I put it in here. I have a single picture that I want for later. I should know where I saved it. Dang it, I lost it. Yeah, I started the day with this, and then I just went to the center like really early. She was as short as you think she was. We should have got a picture. That was an L on my part, to be honest. Listen, but she's probably so. Listen, I'm like 5'7". She's probably about this tall, give or take. You know, like real height. She probably came up to about here. So I don't know. She can try to lie if she wants to, but we all know the truth. um, he was actually, I think, a little bit taller than me though, because they're together the whole time. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what I'm saying. I didn't accidentally. Oh, I do have them. Okay, here they are. There's this one. We want the first one. I'm going to open this. All right, and this won't show up. However, make sure to black all of it out. Anything else on here that? No, we're good. I'm going to put this in here. Perfect. Get rid of that. We're golden. Okay. So then after that, this was actually where the registration was held. There was a big, like the Kwanzaa huts. They're like a round building, you know, but it was huge, and it is probably, I don't know, 100 yards long. It was like almost the size of a good field, like a football or soccer field, kind of. But it was all paved cement. And they had this was the car section, and then over there to the right, they had like an arcade, but I didn't even bother. It looked cool. I kind of just went and glanced around, but I was like, I don't need to go see. It's fine. But some of these were really cool. They did some really good work on the wraps. I don't know why, but my camera fucking had a seizure trying to take a couple of these pictures, so they look terrible. And I meant to go back, but I was so busy. I ended up not even. I think I went back to this building once, and it was when I got these pictures. Before that, I didn't really bother. This one was pretty cool. Dan, we're looking at the cars. You want me to go back? It's going pretty good. I just started. There's only a couple of them. You already seen all these pictures, but, you know. How's it going for you? I was trying to get my stream done before we have to watch Hey yo, it's
fucking W song and W streamer and W car.
Yeah, here. Oh, there's the fit check for day 1. This is the Bonesy fit. It is her. She's here. Listen, I was trying to get my stream done before Demon Slayer, so I was going to stream like super long. Figured I'd go over the Offkai and stuff. Yeah, look, it's even got. There she is. There's that dirty ass mirror. It was good. There's only a couple of pictures, so that was day 0. That's when I met a bunch of the Kumi community, and then I got my badge. And then there was just this random tree with those little fucking creatures. The tree was cute though. It was just crystals. But we just started the cars, so I was going over them. Yeah, little boobs. I don't know why some of these pictures came out like shit, but they did. So it's pretty good. I think this is where I left off. They had a couple of them had the standees, and then later I have a picture later with Citrus, but they had like probably 50 or 60 standees. It was crazy. I like that one. That one was pretty cool. And this one's a good one. Like, you'll see. I'll show you. You'll know. It's not the one you're thinking of. I'll tell you that. This was a goated rap. I liked that one a lot. No, not that one. I don't know if she was there or not. If she was, I missed her. There's actually 3 Citrus. There's another one. I can't remember the other one. But yeah. That one was pretty cool. See, this one came out. I don't know what happened here. And this one was pretty cool. There's actually another. There's just like a random BMW. It didn't really have too much going on. They just had some extra little stickers. Again, I don't know why it came out. Yeah, see here. That wrap was actually really cool. For Shisui. I'm kind of sad that it came out so shitty on that picture. And there's another one. It was a Mustang. It came out the same way. But this one was cool. I think it's a Vulcan. I don't know. I can't tell. Might be a Shadow. Oh, wait. This way. There's the Rose one. This is probably my favorite. The Rose bike went fucking hard. I'm gonna be honest. And she had a little standee, but it was super good. And then there's the VW. Another one. I don't know what happened. And that had some pretty good art too. I was trying to stay out of people's way too, though, because they were like running around and they were taking full on like shots, you know. I was like, that's cool. I was like, I don't want to be in their way and screw them up. But I stopped for like a full like 3 seconds so I could take my picture because I was walking. And I'd take it, I'd watch it, it would, as soon as it would freeze, I would go. I don't know, but this camera's stupid. These last ones, see, this is the other one that came out really bad. This one's cool though. But see, this one, I liked this one too. It had a really good, it was really well done. But see, it came out like shit. But it was like a 72 or 3 up Mustang. Just regular Mustang. Yeah, real. Rose? This one? Rose Doodle? I think she's part of Ichiban, isn't she? With Puff Pup. I think they're in the same. Yeah, I love Rose is funny. I'm pretty sure they are, but I could be wrong. The Mint Pinto. She's there too, but I didn't get to say hi. Another goated one. Those are nice wheels, to be honest. I kind of wanted some of those for one of my cars, but I know. You like hardly ever see them. It's weird to see one so nice, too. L13s, maybe. And we have... These are the last couple. I think there's 3. Yeah. I just always like that look. The thin 5-point. I like this one. I thought this art was really good. Yeah. Yeah. All of them had, like, they were really well done. Even this one has, like, some serious fucking work in it. Oh, and there's a little arcade at the end there. What's after this? Oh, this was going up. Oh, and I'll come back. This is the standee. So this was going to there, and then this was, I think it was just the first day. So I had my 2 tickets. I'm going to switch to my other thing real quick. Y'all can see. This one. Buy my 2 tickets, right? For Radioactive and Terra. That's important because the next thing, so I waited this day, should have been Friday. Yeah, because I got there Thursday, and then this is Friday. I took a picture of the cars, and then I went to the main building. This is where everything was at. This was like another building, part of the convention center, and behind this, like down the road this way, was where that other building was. So I just came down here, and then in here is where everything was held. So then I waited because the Radioactive was pretty early. I think it was like noon, 11, something like that. Which was also... Was it? No, it had to be Saturday. So I must have not did any pictures the first day. Because I didn't really do anything. I saw Puddle, we hung out, and I went to the art place. Looked around, and then I found Mia, Aki, Arya, and then some of their friends, and Citrus, the one that I know. So then Saturday, that's what it was. So Saturday was the Radioactive meetup. And because Kumi also had hers. So she had her one the first one, and I went and saw her, and then I was tired. I was dying. I was like, I can't do this anymore. My feet hurt. And she signed. I had a couple of them. Actually, I can show you that here. See, I had everybody sign, put my name. And then I got a RAR down here. Toby. I didn't get Moose till later. It was towards the end. And then I got Kumi the first time during the art thing, because she had one for the Gamer Subs meetup. And then I got Kira's. And then later, when she had her other meetup, I got Deja. And then that's Seal there. That was towards the end. And then that's Cherry, and then Caster Fox. But Kumi gave me another one, and she gave me this little doodle. And then this one's from Aria, and she drew a dick. Because, of course. And then I got nobody else because I didn't think about the book much. Okay, anyway, back to this though. All that because on Saturday I did the Radia meet and greet. Listen, I didn't realize how tall she was. Okay, I've seen some of her stuff before. Step away. That's what I'm getting to now. I didn't realize she was so tall. Okay, she's huge. Like I'm 5'7". I'm not like the tallest person. But she's like kind of slouching too, and she's still like a good bit taller than me. So, and I looked super awkward because I was holding. She had her poster that she signed, which I can show you. I'm gonna move all this other stuff, and then I'll switch back to the other so you can see the poster. The poster is awesome. It is goated. I'm gonna save some of these for later because it's some of the art stuff. Yeah, and she was literally one of the nicest people I've ever met. Like I know that's a lot of people are like, oh, they're so nice, and but like, I was like, I haven't watched like a lot of her stuff, but she did one stream where she was doing like an interview with a museum for one of the hangars and talking about the planes and the boats and stuff. And I seen that one, so I talked to her about that. She's like, oh yeah, that was a while back, but she was so sweet. And she's like, I hope you have a great time. She's like, I hope you get to go do more of these kind of things and stuff. Just awesome. She was fantastic. But I'll move back to this one. This is just the general poster. This is like people that were there and whatever. It's just for Arium. They're doing like a promotion thing. Anyway. But then here's the poster from her. And it's sick. This poster's awesome. And she's got it. I got the signature with her little creature. But it was awesome. It was really good to meet her. She was super funny. And just very, very sweet. All around. Great person. 10 out of 10 would recommend if you get a chance to meet her. And then, let's see, what else is here? Okay, so this is Citrus. I went back and found him because he said they had his standee. And if you look, there's like a bunch more. And actually later they had way, way more than this. Right here, I think there was probably 15 to 20 of them, maybe. Yeah. They're one of Arya's friends, and I guess one of my friends. They're a little smaller, but they're very nice. They do a lot of gacha stuff, ZZZ, Genshin, all of it, the works, and then Final Fantasy 14. So then, before this next picture, Kumi had her first meetup at the Gamer Subs thing. So I think I paid $20 because they asked. And I was like, hell yeah. So I got this one, which the artwork here goes crazy. I love it so much. This camera makes it look terrible compared to what it really is. But there's the Nutter looking very cute, and there's like some ruins they're on. And there's a castle. She signed it. It's amazing. This is a great day. I was super tired because the Gamer Subs thing was a little later. I love this poster. I'm gonna get it framed. I'm gonna get this one and the radio one for sure. And then I have a couple other ones that I also might. But it was really good. It was super fun. And she's like, "Oh, did you want a picture too?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I'm okay." But I was starving and my feet hurt. I was like, "Listen, I've had a long day. I've been here since like 9 o'clock. So it starts at like at 9, and I left like 8:15, 8:20, or 8:20, something like that. So I got there pretty early because it's like a little ways of a drive from where I was. I had to be later. It was like 8:45 when I left. Sorry. I'm thinking of the time that it takes, not... Anyway. So I had a full day, like all 3 days. But it was totally worth it. So then, after that, she had her unofficial meetup. She just kind of threw it together and put it in the Discord. She's like, "Hey, let's wall meet up this day." And that was when I did the radioactive, because it was literally right after that. So then, oh yeah, I had to go buy these. I didn't think that was the next picture. I think I got scammed just now, but whatever. Oh, I had my Terra. Maybe that's the meetup that was there. Yeah, these shoes gave me a blister, so I got these. I took a picture of this only because I thought it's insane that these are like $1 each. They're like 90-some cents. And they put them in this lockbox. But if you look underneath it, that's a whole ass med kit that's like $10, and it's not locked up. Anyway, insane work. I met Tara. Oh, wow. It's fine. There's Tara. I don't know why you're doing that. Scammed. Anyway, I don't care. Tara's funny. She's the reason that I started, that I even got a model. So getting to meet her as like a one-on-one was super nice. She was very, very cute. Very silly. I didn't stay very long though, because for one, the Kumi's meetup was happening, and then I was just like, I don't have a lot to say because like we've talked before. I've actually got to play with her like a long time ago. We played Helldivers and Lethal Company. Most people don't know that for reasons. But yeah, so I met her, and because I started watching her, my Twitch algorithm started pushing more VTubers. And then I found this little succubus woman, Niju. And Niju's amazing. I love her. She's very sweet, little lesbian woman. And then I found Arya, which I didn't know, but Tara and Arya already knew each other. Arya gave her voice acting lessons. And I found that out way later. And then, of course, I found Kumi and then Miss Bonesy. So, all around, great time. Perfect. Love that. So then, let me make sure this one's right, too. Yeah, this one's right. I saw Kumi right after that. And also, she's so sweet. This was in her fish flops, you know? She's so silly. And she said that they were super comfortable. I did in fact give her one of the stickers. It looks terrible there, but the shit yourself sticker. And she was super happy. Actually, that's how she knew it was me. Because before this, when we did the other meet and greet, the actual Gamer Subs one, I was like, I have something for you. And she's like, oh, what? So I had drew a thing in the line of her. So I gave her the one, I gave her the one I drew in my book there. I think I have it on me. I don't know. And then this one, I gave her the one I drew with Bonesy. But I pulled it out and I grabbed the stickers and she's like, oh my god, Slicey. So I got clocked. She didn't even read my badge. I just pulled out the stickers and she knew immediately. I got clocked. So she's like, I saw that somebody in the Discord had said they had something for me. And I was like, yeah. Listen, you need to stop getting in the cuck chair and go see her, because 10 out of 10 experience. She was the sweetest. And actually, so when she signed the book, I did that here with this one. So the last one is when I got Moose, and I think Moose is the one that wrote Toby is dumb. And that's when I got her to do the doodle. Because I was actually looking for Moose to get, because I wanted all the mods to sign it. So I got as many as I could. And yeah, all of the mods. So the one taking the picture here was Moose, and then off to the side here was one of her other mods. I can't remember who it was. That he was basically just being like security and what do you call it? Photography. So he was like filming, like vlogging for her, and just kind of hanging out to make sure that people don't annoy her too much. Moose took the picture, but the other one, there was one other one that was with her like the whole time. Because Moose would kind of just wander around and do other stuff until she needed it. No, he signed right here. It might have been Moose, I don't know. But, hold on. See, because he signed there. Because they were both around. I just don't know. I don't remember who was doing the camera stuff. Because Teal was there, Toby was there, Kira was there. A bunch of other. There's like 3 or 4 in the group. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I got clocked by the art. And then when I saw her this one time, I asked him, I was like, do you want to sign it too, Moose? And he's like, come find me later. Because he's like, there's still a few people there. And he's like, they have other things that they wanted to go run off and do, I guess. And I was like, all right. But I didn't see him until Sunday. And Sunday I got him to do that. And then she's like, oh, do you want me to sign your book? I was like, you already did. And she's like, yeah, it might be. Like I said, I just don't remember who it was. But yeah, they were all kind of hanging out together for the most part. It's just he was there doing like the more official part of it. You know what I mean? He had the camera and he was just being like her follow around. And occasionally there was actual security, like from the Offkai, the event, that would hang out and whatever. Especially on the bigger lines and meetups and stuff. So anyway, then I saw her again, and she did the doodle. Because she's like, oh, I'll do it again. I don't care. because I was trying to get the rest of the mods, and she was by that. Did you see the duck that Freem had? She had the. I don't remember. I don't know if you've seen that one or not, but she was by that thing, and they were bidding on it. Whoever, they were going back and forth. Let me see. I didn't get a. I don't think I got a picture of it. I don't know why. But she was like, "This is the only time you can call me a duck," and it was that. It was huge. It was almost as tall as me. You haven't seen anything? Let me look real quick. It's either going to be in the Twitter or her Discord. See if I can find. I don't know where it's at. Yeah. It would be like the newest stuff. I should have just got a pic. There it is. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna save this. Let me save it into this folder. Yeah, sure. Okay. Now where did that go? Yeah, that's on the end. So I'm just gonna skip through all these real quick. We'll go back, promise. Okay. Huddle, hello. We were talking about you earlier. We did, in fact, say that you're short. Sorry. But this is the standee that they had. And she was standing around this. And I saw Moose and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see if he'll sign my stuff now since he's not busy. And that's when it is Offkai, yeah. And she's like, oh, let me sign your thing. And I was like, you already did. And she's like, well, I'll do it again. I don't care. So she drew me the little doodle. But they were all standing around this because they were seeing who was bidding and what, all that stuff. And I talked to them for a little bit. I didn't get any pictures. I should have. But they were kind of busy. So Arar was there, and he was there at the other meet and greet. I actually stood and I talked to him for a good while. Also, just genuinely one of the best people you'll ever meet. Again, thanks, Puddle. She was there too. She was in the meet and greet line with Kumi. Let's see. Here. She was over here somewhere. She's not in this picture, so, and she had her face covered. But yeah, Arar was amazing. He's so sweet. And I had him sign my stuff first, because actually Arar was over here somewhere. He might even be in this picture somewhere, but he was like over here just hanging out. It might be him there. Or maybe he's over here by this table. But he was just living his best life, you know? And I just kind of walked up to him and I was like, Arar, and he's like, oh, hey, what's up? And I showed him my tag and I was like, Slicey. And he like lost his shit for a second. He's like, oh my God. He's like, Slicey. He's like, what's happening, man? He's just so excited. It's so nice. I showed him the stickers. I gave him one. He was super excited about that. I was like, sign my shit. And he's like, sure. And then we kind of just BS'd. It was him and Kira were there. Kara was also very sweet. All around great experience. Loved it. You get the chance, definitely meet them. You need to, because they're all wonderful people. So this was the last day. This was Sunday. This was the concert. This is like the main event for Offkai. This was the who's the I can't think of who they are. Chroma Shift. This was the Chroma Shift concert. Listen, I don't know words. It's fine. Let's see. Everybody here, the dazzling showtime. That's what it was. Here's this is the book. I could have showed you this, I guess, but you know, it's whatever. So this is what it. This was what the concert was about, and it's like the main event for Offkai. Also, they revealed the wild card, which is Mousy and Ama, Doki, and I don't know who that is. I don't remember. Not right offhand. That thing was super cool. They had a spot in the artist alley with them, which is very, very cool. Dazzling Showtime though was amazing. I don't know if I have. I think I have part of it. I'll pause my thing in a second. They were all happy doing their little waving their little glow sticks. This was like the very beginning. They started with a choir. The actual choir sang a bunch of songs, and that was really cool. They all did really, really good. We're gonna snooze this. I don't want to deal with ads right now. This was super cool. They were great. Everyone, you could tell they put in a lot of work to it, and they're all super happy to be there. Oh wait, let me go back to this. Here we go. So here's the glow sticks, and this is them. This is the choir up there, and they worked really hard. You could tell they did a substantial amount of work to get everything together. And this is Roka. I don't remember all of them because, yeah, this is Roka Roran. She did. They were all super good. I think she opened. Yeah. So, it's Roka here. And then I think Senna went next. And then it was Raichi, Calf, I think Ellie, and then Serafina, sorry, I can't read, and Trickle. Trickle was super cool. He was super excited. And then Calf was last because she was trying to push more of her English stuff. So she's been working like really hard on learning English and singing in English, and she actually killed it. You can still hear that she's got like a kind of a thick accent, and she has a little bit of troubles with some words. But considering, you know, that she's almost completely JP up until now, like the last year or so, I think she killed it. She did amazing. Let me take this. I'm gonna pause this. Because part of this, so Roka did a lot of older and classic rock and like stuff like that. And one of them was the Scorpions. And I think I don't know if I downloaded it. Hold on. Let me open it real quick and I'll show you because she did really, really good. Let's see. Yeah. Perfect. So this was her. Also, I was fucking deaf. I should have brought some headphones or something. I took that little clip though because Scorpions are one of my mom's favorite bands, literally ever. And my dad also loves them. They're like her favorite, but you know, he likes them a lot too. And I sent that to them. And they sent me a text back and she's like, oh, they did really good. And she's like, even your dad liked it. Because he's usually pretty critical of a lot of bands and covers, you know. But they killed it. They did so good. And then the artist, Allie, this is the guts stuff, you know. There's a bunch of good stuff. This is the one I think I bought something from, this particular place. I did get a couple from here, but I didn't get Hunter x Hunter. They did have Kurapika. Of course, they have Gojo. But I didn't find anything else. I didn't see anything with Gon or Killua. And I was like, if I'm going to get like a Hunter x Hunter art, I kind of want to have like the group. As much as I love Kurapika himself, I think my favorite is tied between Gon and Killua. I don't know, they're both just, they got it, you know? And then these little ones, which there's again the same, they have a small print. Kaza. Hey, we're gonna see him soon. That's why I'm streaming so early. I wanted to make sure that I had time that won't mess up Demon Slayer or anything. And I figure that's gonna take a while, so if I don't have anything to do afterward, then I could just chill. Oh my god, it's Matara. I love her. The art was all amazing. I wish I would have took more pictures of the artist alley, but I was too busy running around with friends and I want you to know Arya could get lost in a hallway with only 2 doors on each side. I don't know how, but so I had to pay close attention so that I didn't get left or that they didn't get lost. I took this one and I actually got a couple more of these because they have bears carved. This was actually the very last, after the last of the event, and I was getting ready to go back to the place and hang out. But they had bears, and I was like, Maddie would love those, so I took a picture of them. There's a shark inside this pizza place. That's the one that had like all of the options, vegan and vegetarian and everything, and it was super good. It was huge. I was like, yeah, I'll take 2 slices because I was like, I don't know. And they are like one of the few places that actually had Dr. Pepper in the glass bottle, no less. Absolutely goated. This was like the best dinner of the entire thing. And it was really yummy. I mean, it's kind of greasy, but listen, it was super good. They did a great job. 10 out of 10. Would go back. And then I was leaving. This is the next day. I was getting on my train. These ads about to start. I guess that's fine. I'll let them run. And I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go let my cats out anyway. But this was the train. This was the beginning of leaving Offkai, which Offkai was great. I actually have one more picture of Offkai, but I saved it last, so as soon as we get back, then I'll go do that. I'm just going to hit it. Okay, hold BRB for a second. T. Okay, enough BRBs. Cats have been evicted. They were all mad because, I don't know, they're trying to eat stuff. I'm gonna skip past this because this was later. This was the end, okay? So right before I went to the house and then got my pizza and all that, this is Akimuda, their friend Scone, and then Mia. Mia's the one who does a lot of art. Actually, they both do. Aki and Mia both. I don't know about Scone. She's, I think one of Arya's, like, old friends. Like, IRL friends. I mean, they all kind of are, but I think she's known her forever. Anyway, they were wonderful. I was hanging out with them most of the time, because Arya is, like, trying to follow a feral cat, you know? It's not easy. They were very sweet, though. They were a lot of fun to hang out with. And then after that was my trip down to what do you call it? To LA, because I took the train. So this was right before at the station. I was there for like an hour or something. And then I got to the train. My room was down this little door to the side. This was in the room. I didn't take a picture of the room until a little later, but whatever. So I just kind of threw my stuff up, kicked my feet up right here. I watched some anime for a little bit. I wish I would have had either my hard drive or like just some movies on hard drive, because there was no signal for most of the train ride. I guess if I ever do anything like this again, I'm just gonna make sure I have stuff downloaded. Just random views of California on the train. A river. Couldn't tell you which one. The same river, but a little further down. It's like a bog. It's kind of cool. This is the room. So there's the laptop. And then there was only one plug-in over here. So I put my little mouse there and I just kind of kick my feet up and watch stuff. Cow. There's a couple actually that I've seen, but this is the only really good picture of this set of cows. This San Luis Valley, and this is like the prison or correctional facility, I think. The actual town. More cows. This giant palm tree, I don't know who those people are, but this palm tree was just mega fat. And I was like, I kind of want a picture of that. We stopped here for a little bit to let people on and off or whatever. I got out and stretched a little bit, and I was like, I kind of want a picture of that tree, but there's a bunch of people around it, and I was like, damn. Guess I'll just have to settle for this one through the little window. I got this crane picture, and the only thing I could think of was Agent and his fucking games, doing cranes and digging and logging and all that stuff. And I tried to send this picture in the Discord, and it didn't work, because I guess fuck me. So maybe I'll send it again later. This is the first time we saw the ocean on the train. And this is like just a little bit after that. There's this cool little stream area. And I actually have like way more pictures of the ocean, but I was like, I don't want to save all of them. So that was too much work. However, I can. I'm gonna go here. And I'll probably just go through this kind of quick. I don't know if it'll let me. See if I can. Okay, this one? Yeah, okay. So I can't scroll down anymore because that's like my face. This is the beginning. I don't know why it's all messed up. Okay, so this was the beginning. This is when I got on the train. These are just random pictures of like the area. And they're probably not like super good pictures, but listen, this is what I got to work with. I can go like this to make it a little bigger. Um, I guess I can go like this. There we go. All right. Again, there's the room. I think I did send this one, and I was like, now I'm the problem, you know? I thought that was kind of funny. Just random trees and fields and these. I took these because this is all basically pyrite or fool's gold. And I knew this was a thing in California, but of course I've never seen it, never been there. But there is a huge, huge amount. This is just like one small section. But there's like half a mile of just stuff of pyrite and whatnot. There was like everywhere. There's a few more, and then even more over here. I don't know what I was doing here. Or here. Again, and then this is down the road. See, there's like a ton more. The cow. And then I tried to get other cow pictures, but they didn't work out. This might be one. No, that's the one I missed. There was cows like down under there. I couldn't get a picture of them. I did get these cows though. This is the San Luis area. There's the one here. This was coming into the town, kind of. Some cows here, just laying down, enjoying their lives. More palm trees, which I never actually got to see palm trees until I was here, which is kind of cool. Not that they're that crazy or special, but when you grow up around like aspen and evergreens, like pinon and cedar trees your whole life, it just looks weird to see the other kind of plant life. I always like it. I always like to see the nature, I guess. Yeah, the natural world of other places. Again, more cows doing their cow things. And then some haunts. There's some lady over here too. I don't think I got a picture of her. But she was, I don't know, hanging out with them, doing stuff. More fields and trees, and this was coming into the next city. No idea which city this is. I don't remember. But we stopped here for a little bit. That's where I saw the tree, and this is the parking area. I think I stepped out and I took this picture because I walked around just a tiny bit. And then we took off, and then I got some more just random fields and trees and crops. The crane thing. Fields. And then, like I said, this was the first time we see the ocean. And then from here on, it was a lot of ocean. Which was really, really cool. In just a little bit. There's a tiny boat or whatever. Just out chilling, not too far off from the water. And then the difference to me that I found very interesting, and here it doesn't do too much justice. This is like very cloudy and whatever. But this is kind of how the Atlantic just looks, especially more north, because it's colder, it's darker, it's more angry, but it's like this all the time, just rough. And this is super, super calm. This would be like the world's calmest fucking day in the Atlantic. But the difference in color was crazy. right here is where it starts to like, you actually get to see more of what's going on. And then we get more sun, and then right here, this is where it really brightens up, and you see. But this right here, this is what surprised me. It's like the greenish blue of the Pacific is just so much different, and it is so much more calm than anywhere I was in the Atlantic. The Atlantic's just like an angry bitch that just doesn't give a fuck about you. On the boat, when I was by Virginia, when we were by Spain, the whole time, everywhere from coast to coast, the Atlantic is just like, fuck you, I hope you die. And the Pacific's like, yeah, just chilling, you know, living my life. Not that nothing ever happens over there, but, you know, it's very different. But it was very nice. It was very pretty. There's a lot of good views. At one point here, I was at dinner, and I was telling one of the people I was hanging out with that it's kind of sad because now I just wanted to draw, which I still haven't really got to do any yet. But I do have a bunch of projects set up, so I don't think I'm gonna get to any of that today. See a lot of like really good views. I like that one a lot. That was a really good one. This one was cool. I like this one. There's more later. These are pretty good. I like this one because you get like the whole coast. Thought that was kind of cool. There's a couple of those later that look really, really good. This one's cool because you got like the little town area and the way the sun's coming down on it. Especially that one. I like that one. These were pretty good. It's where we come through like a little bit of a bigger hill part. So it blocked a little bit of the view, and then it comes back. And then again. This part, though, when we get over here, that one was cool. That's when it started to, like, really change. We had to go through the little area, I think. Oh, yeah, there's another train that we kind of went by. But it opened up. There was, like, a little, I don't know, something out there on the edge. Oh, yeah, that one didn't take. Not sure what that was. Maybe some kind of a facility or whatever. Could be somebody's house. I don't really know, but it looked more like something to watch the ocean, like a research or business or something like that. And then right here we get pretty close and it starts looking like really cool. Like this one's a really good one. Like with the little edge there. Tide's pulling back. These were pretty cool, you know, just fields next to the ocean. I liked that. The one little house or the building. This is like a camp area or something like that. Because there was a bunch of people in one of these. Go back. I don't think I caught them. But there were some cars and stuff parked, I think, nearby. And there's people hanging out. We get like basically on the side, like on the beach. That was really cool. And we were there for a little bit. Then we came back in. Just like snaking back and forth. Let's see. And then right about here, I think this is when I was at the dinner. I could be wrong. I don't know. Let's see. I don't have any information here. Yeah, this was about dinner because there's a bunch of these shots. And I have pictures. I did send some of the dinner. It was really good. The lunch I didn't take because it was a hamburger. It was really good, but it was like your average like restaurant hamburger. You know, good. It was a good little burger, but nothing too crazy. A little pier. I liked that. I think this one's my favorite out of the pier. I like the way it looks. This is where I was kind of sad. I was like, man, I want to draw like so bad right here. I was like, there's so many cool shots that I got. And I'm just dying for it, you know? Like, I need it. It's another little. Again, I don't know what this is. Apparently, it's somewhere you could stay camping and that kind of hang out by the beach area. All right, here's the salad with the little cheese. I ate most of this, okay? I took this picture when I had a couple of bites, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. The cheese was pretty good. I think it was brie. Little tomatoes and lettuce and all that. Not too bad. I didn't eat the whole thing because I was like, if I eat too much, I'm going to get too full. Won't be able to enjoy my dinner. And then I got the salmon. I didn't eat those. You can blow me. I don't care. I'm not. I tried one of these and it tasted not good to me. Okay. This was good though. I ate all this. I'm not even sure what all of it was. Like edamame and some other shit and whatever those are. The salmon was amazing. It was like easily the best salmon I think I've ever had. It's very soft, had good flavor. You know, it was really good. I think I might have put a little different spice to it. I like lemon pepper, maybe a little lemon juice, like that citrusy flavor. But you know, it was good. No complaints really. And then more really good shots. I like that one. And I liked these with like the reflection on the ocean. Very cool. Little people doing their people things. The sign. They had a little toy train that you could go by. I thought people might like that, so I took a picture of it. Then we start getting towards the highway, and we're pushing like a little further in. There's a thing on my window. There's like boats and stuff out there. My camera doesn't zoom very good, so it looks like the Loch Ness Monster kind of picture. I found later on that my door was broken. This is, you know, supposed to be screwed in, and it's supposed to latch, and there's supposed to be a lock that happens on the other side. Yeah, that didn't happen. It was like this, but it worked enough that I was like, you know what? Sure. And then just, you know, random cars getting in more into the inland. And a little after this, there was no more pictures that I could really take. This was like the last of the cool shots, and then we started going like more inland. And then I got here. I got off, and from here I went down and across the street because the airport's right over there. But mostly I went over there because this is just kind of a scary area. There's literally no one around. There's a bunch of parked cars. There was like a few people that got off, but most of them got in cars like right away and left. And I was like, I don't feel that comfortable staying, you know, right here on the side. There's no benches. There's nowhere to sit. You're just there in this shitty parking lot. And I was like, I don't know if I like that. So I went across the street. And then these are the pictures of my haul of Offkai. There's the stuff I got from Kumi, which I have all that next to me. So what I can do now, I don't need any of this anymore. Go back to here. Okay. I don't know why this. Oh, these are my V cards. Oh wait, there's literally one other thing that I wanted to show. There's a bunch of pictures here that have faces and stuff. This one was cute. The dog was hanging out. I got to hang out with these cats. They're very cute, very ornery. I'm gonna black that out to make sure. Those are fine. The cat's chilling. So I was living their best life, just absolutely chilling. That's literally my face. There was a fire. I can't. That's a face too. Oh yeah, this little guy stuck in the bathroom while I was trying to use the restroom. I had to kick him out. I was like, "Listen, lady, I am busy in here. You need to go somewhere else." So I shoot him out. I threw him out from under the door, and then I never saw them again. So hopefully they're living a good life. This right here, this was my lunch, or like most of the time I was staying with the IRLs because she's a little silly. And I'm gonna be honest, they don't have a lot of food in their house. You know, you know what I can do? I could I can put this back on. Anyway, they don't have a lot going on at their house, right? Like there's some food and there's some like stuff to cook, but I was like, there's not a lot, and a lot of this stuff is like major like dinner or whatever kind of stuff. You know, big meals that you're not gonna just. Oh yeah, we'll just have this for lunch real quick. So that was crazy. This is basically all I did the whole time I was there at the IRLs. I mean, we talked and hung out a little bit here and there, but basically, I hung out with the dog. I played Hollow Knight, and I basically beat Hollow Knight, which I'll probably play a little bit more of that, maybe in the Discord. And then I finished the second half of Fairy Tail because I was about halfway through, and I watched literally all of it, and then like 8 other shows. The only other thing I did is go watch Spider-Man, which was pretty good. Spider-Man was goated. I got this picture right here because this cat was super adorable and had teeths all the time. They had their little teeths out, and it was super cute. I loved that. 10 out of 10. This cat was awesome. The other cat was kind of a jackass. He was this one right here. This cat, kind of a son of a bitch. This motherfucker was always trying to rob me of my food. And listen, I gave them a little bit. I think this one's name is Scotch. I don't remember basically any other animal names. They told me like twice, maybe. Listen, I don't know. They were all cute though. But this son of a bitch was trying to rob me the whole time. And I shared a little bit. Listen, I wasn't, heartless. But at the same time, I was like, you can't have my whole sandwich. All right. We're not doing that. I'm also hungry and I can't just give you everything. I had my PB&J. I had these chicken nuggets. Okay, listen. Okay, listen. This is zoomed in for reasons, mostly on the sauce. These little nuggets here. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do this. Okay, I had a sandwich too, whatever. But these chicken nuggets, right? They're regular, everyday chicken nuggets. Got them from Walmart. It was the only bag of chicken nuggets that Walmart had. And I trusted that because every one I've ever had is basically the same. These were not the same. Okay. You're probably wondering what I'm talking about. Okay. The first time I made these, I threw them in the microwave like a normal person would think to do for chicken nuggets. And I cooked them for like good time, kind of a while. 3 minutes or something because they were still kind of cold after a couple. So I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. They were in there a while. Not this particular one. There's a different one. The point is, after I finished them, I was eating middle eating some of these, right? Oh yeah, here's their. I'm I'm judging them. This is our pantry. After I finished them, right, or some of them, I was chewing on them. I realized one of them was like kind of gross, and I looked at it and I was like, "Damn, this is like raw." And you may have already put things together, but chicken nuggets were raw. All of them were raw. Now I cooked them long enough that most of them were still mostly cooked. I'm not going to say that it was great. It's a miracle I didn't get super sick. I don't know how I didn't. I didn't feel great the whole time, so I might got, you know, a little bit of an upset tummy. It could have definitely been worse. So I air fried them the next time, and they were significantly better. But I've literally never seen completely raw breaded chicken nuggets, especially when the breading looked like it was cooked. That's what like threw me off the most. So yeah, it had this tiny little label on there that was like uncooked, and I'm like, first of all, I can barely read as it is, and you're trying to get me to read this tiny ass little label. Like, hold on. And then everybody's gonna be like, oh, that's dumb. It is dumb, but listen, also, I've never in my life found just raw chicken nuggets. That was crazy to me. California, 0 out of 10. Hate them. Other hand, grilled ham and cheese, goated. Absolutely goated. This cheese right here, this white one, was a habanero jalapeno pepper jack, and it was really good. It's probably one of my favorite cheeses out there. Also, Dr. Pepper, because California are, listen, they're a bunch of sons of bitches, all right? I get why everybody's like, they're commies, okay? They're like, oh, politics, whatever. I don't care about that. Those bastards just don't have Dr. Pepper in, like, most places. Like, what is wrong with them? What kind of heathenous death trap are they trying to live? It's horrible. Hated that. Went to, like, 5 different places. Never was able to get Dr. Pepper. Hated it. I saw a lizard outside. He's really cute. And I just hung out. Let's see. Okay. And I made this sandwich, right? Oh, and I had French toast. It's really good. I made a little bit too much. Luckily, these were like the smaller bread slices, not like the huge fat ones. So it wasn't too bad. But I mixed up too much stuff and ended up with, 4 instead of, 2 or 3 that I was after. But it's still really good, Oh, this is wow. So here's my proof. Okay, here's my proof. That little piece right there, that's part of the sausage. I gave the little brat, and he ate it. And then I gave him a second piece. I threw it on the floor so he wouldn't try to rob me. Okay. After that, this was all plain stuff. Do I have any incriminating picture? No, we're good. Okay. The rest of these, I'm not concerned about. I don't know if any of you have been in a plane, but it's pretty cool. I went to this coffee shop. It was cute. I got coffee there. It's called Jones. Very nice little place. The lady was super sweet. There's a lake. No idea what fucking lake that is. It's got a dam. But this was on the plane, More plane stuff. There was these big clouds everywhere. So the plane had got delayed by an hour. And I'm thinking that it was there's storms happening. See, like this one was pretty huge. I do have some cool other pictures in here after, but these are all that cloud. Okay, so here's one. That is another plane, which I was like, that's kind of crazy. I've never been in a plane and saw another plane. And then it happened again, which again, crazy. Maybe I just normally don't fly during common flying hours. That's the same one. I was in a 737. So, and here again. So I thought that was crazy. 3 different planes. I think that's the same one, but I could be wrong. That could be a 4th one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the same one, though. Oh, this was a different one. So, like 4 different planes while I was flying. That was crazy. And then see, we started coming into the clouds. It's very foggy. You could hardly see anything. We had a lot of turbulence here. You couldn't even see the sun. We were like fully in the cloud. It was kind of cool. Kind of scary. I was thinking to myself, if this plane crashes, I'm going to be really fucking mad. Okay? I'm going to be so mad. It didn't, though. We were good. Had a little bit of a breakup there. In here. You know, the clouds broke up a little bit. It was super cold. You know, going through the clouds and stuff, we got a little bit of frost. Started getting the nighttime. It cleared up a little bit. And this was in Colorado. I'm pretty sure this is around Grand Junction, or maybe it's a little bit south of that. And then we started getting in towards Boulder. Pretty sure this is Boulder. Then we started getting into Maine, into Denver. This is the Denver area for sure. Looks kind of terrible, but, you know. I was trying my best, but we had, you know, a little bit of shakiness here and there. There we go. That's a good one. So right here, this is right before we landed. This is part of Denver International, and the rest is over here. And the family lives like out over there somewhere. I don't know. Like in that general direction. This is us landing. This is just. It was really loud for no reason. But this was just in the plane going through the clouds. I was like, might as well get a little video of that. Same thing here. I decided to get a little, and then this was through, you can actually see the turbulence here. If it'll load, I don't know, it might not. We'll find out in just a second. I guess it won't, I don't know. This was also, same thing. We were going through. This was up north, though. This was by, like, Vale and stuff, where it was more rough. This one looks like it might. No? This was a landing. I recorded it because reasons. Thought some people might like that. This is when we were pulling in. This is the small city of Denver International. All of this, literally all of this, is Denver International Airport. This right here, this long section, this is one section. This is the sea gates in Denver International. It's absurd how big it is. There's 99 gates per section, and there's A, B, and C. So we pulled into C. That's what all this is. We're in C like 50 something. I don't remember. And you have to run all the way over to here. And this is like around 30 or something. 20 or 30. And then you get in a little thing and it takes you in this fucking train to go to the main area. Yeah, see, this is where we were by the gates and stuff. This is the little truck they were unloading all the stuff, the packages and whatever. Luggage. I took this because there's a plane hanging inside the airport. I thought that was kind of cool. I figured some people would like that. And that was dinner. That was like enchilada stuff that, I don't know, they made. It was pretty good. For some reason, they don't put salt on their things. So when I first tasted it, it was super bland because there's literally no salt. And it kind of hurt my feelings. I thought I was going to cry. But I added salt, and it was significantly better. But that's pretty much all. That was the whole trip. How everything ended up going from Offkai to the IRLs. There's a few other things after that. Food, and I got to see some fish, but none of that really mattered. Doesn't make any difference. Beyond that, so I actually got a lot of cool stuff. So I'm gonna try and move this out of my way. Right there is good. Okay. I was like a little fiend over there. So I have this. Where's the? There it is. So this is one of the things that I bought, which was a Terra standee. Pretty cute. Very nice. It has her name. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, but I'm gonna go over there for now. And then I found these because this is funny. Long leg of hag tummy and thick thighs. I don't know who made this, but it was on the table at Offkai, and I took it because that's what they were there for. As like promos for your own stuff or whatever. There's the Aegis Link towel thing that you like spin around. Very cool. They were really cool. I went to see them with Arya and Mia and Aki. They did a really good job. I liked their performance. It was a bit of scuff, but nothing crazy. They also had these for Offkai. These are trading cards. They had Haunts. I got Tomo, Yena. This was the for Offkai. Everyone got those. I got Serafina, Akiko, and Seiken. So those were cool. I liked them. And then I was a little fiend. This was a cute little Doki thing that they were giving away. And at that same stall, listen, this is one of my favorite things. It's a bunch of shark. It says fragile sharks. So it's a little pin. And it's cute. I love it. It's my favorite. I'm gonna put that up onto something later. Okay, again, more stuff. A lot of these I didn't even open yet. See, people would give out their little things, or they put them on. There's a couple of tables. Here's the Kumi ones. These are cool. I'm gonna have to put them on something. I think this is Kira's. And then she's got a model. It's very cute. And then Puddle had one. So I got Puddles with her little bracelet and stickers and her little card. It's very cute. I won't even begin to tell you who this was, but it was from one of the concerts. She was very nice. Citrus knew her. She was like one of his biggest, I guess. Like one of his Oshis, kind of. But she was very nice. And then, listen, I got just so much shit. Because there were stickers and... Listen. You cannot trust me with things like that just laying around. Okay. See, there's a whole bag that I got, and I had it stuffed with all this in there. I don't know, but very cute sticker. I got a Aegis Link like bookmark. I don't know when I'd ever use that because I can't read. Again, more cute stickers. I think this is cherry. See, I got just tons of them. If somebody had these, they were making them, I got one. I got as many as I could. And I had a great time. This one's very basic, but still very cool. I like this one. How it's got like that, I don't know, like 80s, 90s vibe to it. With the star and the artwork. More cute cards. After this, I'm pretty much done. So I'll go through these, and then I have the artwork that I got. I liked that one a lot. That one was cool. I think this was one of the cosplayers, actually. Either that, yeah, this was the cosplayer. She had some. I think she did the nurse with the plane. Nurse Joy. It was pretty good. It was really cool. More cute ones. I'm gonna have to go through these too and see who they are and whatnot. Again, really good job with a lot of these. Again, I think that was citrus. Or citrus. I think that was cherry. I like that one. It's very cute. I went through every single one that I thought was cool. I got it. I like that one. Actually, I've seen him before, but I don't remember too much. I like that mask. It's cool. The headdress, I mean. Man. Oh yeah, somebody was giving away wipes. And it says you do what in the bathroom, and then it says scan to find out. And it's like their socials and all that. It's kind of silly. These were. I like this one. This one was cool. It's like a driver's license. Yep, content warning. I like this one a lot. I like the big hats. And it's got like the little skullish bird there. I like that one. It's very cool. This is Deja's. She gave me this. Deja's super funny. She was super sweet too. It's a toast. Let's see. This is cherries. Cherries are very sweet. I love cherry. I've been to hers. I rated her before. A vampire. Here's Castor Fox. Castor is super funny. I love him. I've rated him a few times too. He's also one of the friends in the group. And Arya and Aki. Here's Akimuda, the Croshi. Dude, I love Aki. She's my favorite. She's so sweet. And her art is amazing. Don't let her ever lie to you about that. Like I said, I was just every time I walked by that table, I'd look to see if there's something else that was cool there. And I would pick it up. I love this one. This one's really well done. That's pretty good. Oh, this is one of the ribbons for the Offkai Live. You got them if you went, but some people left them, put them out, or whatever. I think I might already follow her. But this was my ticket for the live. When I got a little sticker from hers. Hers was really well done. So that was all of like the cute little things that I got. Now here's it's inside the bag. Okay. I'm gonna leave these off to the side because those are the friends I know. Or soon. Not that any of these other ones I don't want. Out somewhere. Oh yeah. This is one of the friends to you. He's also very, very cool. But the main thing. Okay, so this was the big part. I only have a few minutes left before these ads. I'm trying to get my posters and stuff done. And I also have some cards. Okay, I got some postcards. Okay, so there's these. These all came together because I got a free one. I'll have to put that back in there afterward. So I got these the second time. So this is one of the artists. She did some pixel art. It was amazing. Some of the best pixel art. It was fantastic. Loved that. Okay, but these I got Lucy. Very, very good print. Love that. Got Rebecca. Another really good print. And then Doki's. And this one, just amazing. One of my favorite. The only other one I like more than this, I think, is the one. It's gone around too. The art has. It's with her shirt kind of half open, but it's not like overly sus. But that's a really good print. It was super good. I was gonna get that one, but it was one of the ones I couldn't. Okay, so these. Okay. Oh, so here's my Tara. She had this signed. It's hard to see because it's silver, but oh well. But these came with the big prints. So I got Otto because I didn't really know anyone else. These came together. There's Spite and then Mousy. Love those. And then the big ones. So this is the one I seen first. This is why I was going to buy a print in the first place. It's easily one of my favorite. I love Mousy, and I think it's great. This is a perfect print. And then I saw this, and I was like, hold on. I kind of need that. I was like, this is amazing. And it's a foil, so this one was actually more expensive. This is why I got Otto. So I went back, and I got the other two later, and I got another Otto. But this one, amazing. And then I saw this too, and I was like, hold on. And I love that it's got the knight underneath as like a reflection. Absolutely goated. These are like the highlight of the artist Sally for me. Because there was some really, really good work. And if I I probably would have got way more. However, completely worth it just to get these. I'm gonna put them back in their little sleeves. But I'm gonna try and get some what do you call it? Protectors to hang these up. But until then, I'm gonna put them in here. And that was it. That was my Offkai time. When I got home, I got one other thing. It was. Let me see if I can put this thing in here without hurting me. I got a little Terra standee, right? But that's not why I got that. I got it from this. I got this little certificate, and this is super funny because it says that she's 20 centimeters tall. You gotta love that. And it was the Terra plushie that finally came in. So excited about that. Also, kind of needs a home, but for now, it's just sitting on top of my monitor. And it's very sketchy. Beyond that, there was a couple other crazy things. When I was at the IRLs, the neighbors were like getting raided by the police. So there was fucking like a bunch of cops. I thought I had a picture of that, but I did not see it. I also just don't remember when it was. I didn't see it though. I know that I took the picture though. I'm thinking my camera was just having a fucking seizure. Oh, I do have a picture. Okay, hold on. Is this one still up? No, it's not. What's on there right now? Oh, there's. See, look, there was the fuzz outside, and they had fucking rifles. I can't show you the other picture because it's got a license plate in it. And listen, I'm just not going to do that. It's dumb. Anyway, but yeah, the fucking fuzz was straight up here. That was crazy. And then after that, even worse. Here at home, I get all the way home. I'm chilling, living my life, you know, doing my best thing. The night I get back, or the day, that afternoon, a fire started like 5 or 10 miles from my house, and it burned so far. I think it was like a few thousand acres or something. I don't remember exactly. More than you should be comfortable with. So that's kind of scary. But it did decide to rain during one of these days, so should be fine. I'm sure that'll help an extensive amount because it's raining like right on top of the fire. There was already a storm system coming, so we got lucky. I'm very happy for that, and everything's fine. Everything's okay. I don't even see smoke anymore from my house, so I think everything's fine. But still crazy. Regardless, though, those were my adventures of the vacation and the way back. I'm very happy to be back, and I can't wait to do some more streams. I have a few plans. I have some bigger plans that I want to do. I just don't know how to do them yet and how to go about it. That'll be a later problem. That's a problem for future me. But I'm going to do some art for sure. I'm going to do a few games that I'm still working on. These ad breaks going to be here in a minute. That's okay. Yeah, so I got some plans. I'm going to do some more streams. I have a lot of work for art. I have so much art that I want to do. I already have 6 or 7 projects like that are starting up. So that'll be exciting. And then, like I said, I have a couple of games, stuff that I was already playing that I got to get back to. And then I have a couple of things that I want to get into that I haven't started yet. We'll just have to get there. But either way, it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and after this ad break, I'm gonna use this time to find people to go visit, raid, and when we get back, we'll see. Okay. Oh my god, I know where we're going. That was the easiest I've ever had to do. Okay. So let me put this in here. Ow. Ow. I don't want to live yesterday. Yo, we're back. We're back. Perfect. So I'm looking now. I'm seeing a lot of crazy names. And that's not bad. Some of these are just peak. What's happening here? I don't want to be too crazy there. I like the look of this. Okay, we're gonna go here. And then I'm gonna go see Akimuda, maybe. Okay, it was good to hang out. Appreciate everybody. It's fun. I had fun talking about my little trip. Luminous, Bard. I'm just leaving. I gotta talk about Offkai and stuff and all the things that I got, the people I met. Oh, I didn't even get to talk too much about the concert. That's so sad. I'll talk about it next time. Yeah. Next time I get live though, maybe I'll get a bunch of clips and links together. Now I could talk about the concert too and shill for it because everybody worked super hard. We did so much work. I'm so happy about that. I'm so glad that it worked out for her too. She had such a good time. We all did. I did. I made sure to square that whole day away. I was at my friend's house and I was like, I'm watching this. I don't care what you do. You're not stopping me from this. So it was a very good time. I'm gonna go visit. I don't know who this is. I've never been here, but they have a cute model, so hopefully